What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick and I want to welcome you back for another music video review. We're taking a late look at Block B and their brand new music, the official, real, legit promotion song for their newest mini album. This one is titled Toy, and their previous release was really cool because it was different than anything that they've promoted previously. I'm anticipating that this is going to be the same, but we're going to find out now with my first impressions coming up right now, followed by my final thoughts and review to finish off the video. So let's get straight into the music video right now. Alright, so just right off, I like that intro bit, the first two parts of that verse. I like the way that those flowed right in that beat, and it's really like kind of like bouncy, you know, it's really bouncy, and then that's you know, kind of the way that I felt through that. It was nice, definitely a really good way to start this song here, because you know, if it's something like you have to just pretend like you've never listened to Block B before, right, then that's a good way to get your attention and, you know, get something that's a bit engaging into this music video and song. And then we're going to continue on, you know, with the chorus and the rest of the normal parts of a music video and a song. So it's a really nice way to get somebody, you know, involved in in this new song by, you know, getting a really catchy, bouncy sort of beats with the verse and the vocals that match it as well. Just really nice. 도대체 난 무엇일까 너한테 이런 질문도 욕심일까 나한테 있는 거 없는 거 다 쏟아부었지만 소박. You know, I'm listening to this, right? And you know how I said at the beginning of this video here when I introduced this whole reaction thing that I was expecting this to be more like the Block B that we know previously? Well, obviously this is not really entirely like the Block B that we know. I think that the only thing that gives any sort of hint that, you know, this is the same group is like the style and a little bit of choreography that we just saw right there. That's about it. The style of music is completely different from promotion songs, and it's nice. I mean, this is definitely more, the song and stuff is definitely more like Block B than the pre-release song was, but it's still not particularly like or similar to the sort of like, you know, persona and the attitude and the performance that Block B's put on previously for like basically their entire career, as far as like, you know, what the songs that they've used to promote their music beforehand or previously. So I mean, this is nice overall. I'm really enjoying this, just because of, at the very least, just because of how different it is from anything that Block B's promoted with before. I'm liking this. This is definitely you know, obviously a much more, you know, emotional and sad kind of song that you know, we've really heard or had a music video from a Block B song before. So it's nice. It's definitely nice. I mean, whatever the changes, whatever the direction that they're heading in as a group, whether or not for this album is permanent or this is just like a one-off sort of thing, I don't even care, you know, but I'm liking this right now for what it is, enjoying it for, you know, being really different, yet still, you know, feeling like it is Block B. And I mean, I'm liking this a lot. I'm definitely really enjoying this. It's a really good release from them so far. I'm quite enjoying it. All right, well, that was like I said, that was really nice. That was as far as it being a Block B song, it's definitely the general feel and tone and attitude of this is very much different than, you know, any sort of promotion song that they've released before. And, you know, I like that. I definitely really like that. And I think the song's good too. It definitely is. You know, it kind of, and I'm sure that people have made comparisons. I missed all this and stuff, but I'm sure that people have made comparisons and said that Block B is copying BTS, because it's kind of like a BTS ish. You know, it kind of feels like some of the song, a couple with, you know, their songs they released last year which isn't a bad thing. It really isn't, because those are the best BTS songs they've ever made. This is probably one of the best Block B songs that they have ever made. So going with something that I think is a bit more creative is definitely a really good thing, and I'm all for it. More groups should do this, even if they're the same-ish, but this is also different, though, if that makes any sense. I don't really know. I gotta do some more thinking, do some more listening and watching the music video. So I'm gonna go do that, and then we'll be back with my final thoughts and stuff like that in just 1 second. Alright, so we are back for the final review and some more points that I want to touch on or expand on that I talked about in the previous clip. And first up is that this is obviously very different from what Block B has done previously as far as promotion songs. And there is a distinction between promotion songs and album songs. We'll talk about that later on for my next point. But for this, it's different, and yet at the same time it is familiar. And I don't know, maybe that's because that this is something that Zico has been doing for the last year. It's very similar, or has a very familiar feel to what Zico has done in his solo music, but just kind of adapted to Block B as a group. I don't specifically know. It's really good. But, just think about this though, right? So if you're looking at Block B, and if, their usual promotion songs are pretty, energetic, they're really aggressive, and they're, I guess you could say, angry as far as adjectives to describe their music. So if you take this song and the music track and the vocals and the rap verses and stuff like that, and you add a lot more aggressive energy behind them, and I think that you could definitely turn this song into something that you would typically hear from Block B, and that's definitely really, really awesome. Obviously, this song is much more toned down from what they normally do, a lot more emotion, probably some sadness and regret in there. It's just like Block B, but more emotional, more tones down, not so crazy energetic and aggressive. And that is awesome. So like I said, it's awesome, and it is purely awesome, not purely awesome, but the main reason why it's awesome to me is because as a promotion song, like I said, this is different. And I keep saying that as a promotion song, because if you are familiar with Block B, you've listened to any of their previous albums before, you know that this is something that they do quite frequently on their albums as far as album tracks. Maybe a non-fan wouldn't be particularly familiar. A super casual Block B fan might not really know so much about what is on the albums, but this kind of music definitely is in there. And there are quite a few songs that sort of have this kind of feel and style to them, and it's really, really nice and awesome to see that side of the group is being exposed to the masses in the form of a promotion song for a brand new album, which is cool. Opens up a bunch of different fans or a bunch of people to a completely different sound and style from Block B that they may or may not have heard before. It's not going to be very different for the true fan, or fans of Block B who've listened to their albums before, but people who don't will definitely hear something different that they haven't heard before. And finally, the last point, which I did touch on a little bit, is that this kind of does remind me a lot of any the Block B music videos from last year for their The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 1 and 2. It's definitely kind of like that. And also Block B and BTS kind of went through that same sort of transformation as far as what their promotion songs are, where they go from energetic, hip hop, aggressive kind of sort of sounding music to something that's definitely much more, emotional and, touches the hearts in a way to an extent. And, that transformation is cool. And, you can say that it's similar, and there are similarities, but to say that BTS and Block B here are the same isn't really true, because obviously they still retain their original character as groups, and it's not like Block B or Big Hit that Block B is trying to copy BTS because BTS was really, really successful with their release last year. It's not true in any way. But both groups, regardless, had probably the best releases of their career, definitely in my opinion. I think this is probably the best Block B song ever, just for reasons. and I'm really, really enjoying it. So there you go. That's my review. Block B, Toy. Let me know what you think about this song and album and stuff down in the comment box below. You can also let me know on social media what you think and stuff like that. So as always, I want to thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. An amount of music that is similar to this on their albums as album tracks, and those are probably my favorite Block B songs, because Block B is cool. They've got that that persona and that attitude, and they have the fun and crazy music videos and music in general, and that's good, right?